Good morning everyone. Welcome to Ujjwala IAS Academy. So today we will discuss the MCQs of 20th June, and you can also join us on our Telegram channel where we upload all these PPTs. And let's see what are the 10 topics which we are going to cover in today's MCQs. So here is the list is given, and try to get at least 7 questions correct out of 10. So work hard, be consistent and regularly watch our videos. Maintain your tight schedule and daily follow this series. Now let's begin our today's MCQs. So question number 1 is with reference to National Board for Wildlife. Statement first, it is a statutory board for framing policies and measures for conservation of wildlife in the country. Second, it is chaired by the Prime Minister and its advice is binding on the government. So here the correct option is A, because statement second is incorrect. So although it is chaired by Prime Minister, but its role is advisory in nature, it is not binding on the government. And it is a statutory board which is constituted under Section 5A of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. And it advises the central government on framing policies and measures for conservation of wildlife in the country. And its main function is to promote the conservation and development of wildlife and forest. And it has power to review all wildlife related matters and approve projects in and around national park and sanctuaries. And no alteration of the boundaries in national park and wildlife sanctuary can be done without the approval of National Board for Wildlife. So this statement or this whole line is very much important. You have to remember it. Now question number 2 is Article 32 of the Constitution is available for the violation of. So the correct option is B, that means for fundamental rights, not for legal or human right. So Article 32 deals with the right to constitutional remedies, and Article 32 of the Indian Constitution gives the right to individuals to move to the Supreme Court to seek justice when there is a violation of their fundamental right. Now here you have to answer that under which article high courts are also allowed to hear the petitions related to fundamental rights. And context is that the Supreme Court recently questioned a petition filed under Article 32 regarding reservation, and Supreme Court dismissed the claim by saying that the Article 32 is available only for the violation of fundamental rights, but right to reservation is not a fundamental right. And earlier in February 2020, Supreme Court had ruled that there is no fundamental right to claim reservation in appointments and promotion under Article 16 Clause 4 and 16 Clause 4A of the Constitution, and no court can order a state government to force for reservation to ST/STs in promotions. So these statements are very much important. UPSC can ask that is court can order a state government to force for reservation to SC/STs in promotion. So the answer is no. Now question number 3 is with reference to Global Partnership on Artificial Intelligence. Statement first, it is an international and multi-stakeholder initiative to guide the responsible development and use of artificial intelligence. Second, India has become the founding member of this partnership. So the correct option here is C, meaning both the given statements are correct. So India has joined the League of Leading Economies including USA, UK, EU, Australia, Canada, France, etc. to launch GPAI on 15 June 2020, and it is the first initiative of its type for evolving better understanding of the challenges and opportunities around artificial intelligence using the experience and diversity of participating countries. And India will actively participate in the global development of AI and leveraging its experience around use of digital technology for inclusive growth. So this partnership is very much important because it is a first type of initiative, and also India is part of it. So do remember it. Now question number 4 is Sehkar Mitra recently news aimed at, so you have to choose the correct option, and the correct option is B, meaning internship program to youth. So Sehkar Mitra is a scheme on internship program and is an initiative by National Cooperative Development Corporation. Now you have to tell, is it a constitutional body or a statutory body or none of the above? And its objective is to help cooperative institutions access innovative ideas of young professionals while the interns will gain experience of working in the field to be self-reliant. Also, each intern will get financial support over a 4 months internship period. Now question number 5 is a 500-year-old temple recently news has resurfaced in which of the following states? So the correct option is C, that means Odisha. So archaeological survey team has recently claimed that a 500-year-old temple that submerged in the waters of Mahanadi is resurfaced in Odisha, and the Gopinath Deva temple has resurfaced as it is the tallest of all, and only the Mastaka, that is the upper part of the temple, was visible 11 years back too, when the water level were very low. And additional information is the Mahanadi river flows through Odisha and Chhattisgarh, and the famous Hirakund Dam is located across the river. Now question number 6 is with reference to hog bagger statement. First, it is native to Central and Southeast Asia. Second, it is listed as vulnerable in the IUCN Red List of threatened species. Third, it is a herbivore. Fourth, its clubs or wild hog bagger clubs have been spotted for the first time in Tripura. So the correct option here is A, that means statement third is incorrect because it is not herbivore, it is omnivore because it eat anything from insect and tubers to earthworm and even occasionally small animals. And 3 cubs, they are classified as endangered under IUCN list, but you have to also remember that it is listed as vulnerable in IUCN red list. So they were rescued by forest department officials after local residents called for the help, and the animals have been shifted to Shepahijala Wildlife Sanctuary, which is in Tripura. And although it has been recorded in Assam and few other states of Northeast India, but it is the first time they are found in Tripura. Now question number 7 is with reference to net financial assets. Statement first, net financial assets of Indian household rose this year. Second, it is the difference between gross financial assets less financial liabilities. Third, the financial liabilities has witnessed a sharp decline. So the correct option here is D, meaning all the given statements are correct. So this question might be very confusing. You have to remember it and write it down that a net financial asset means the difference between gross financial asset less financial liabilities. So if net financial assets of Indian household has rose, that means the financial liabilities need to be sharply declined. And this is what has happened. So economist says that since there is an economic slowdown and income level of individual are either growing down or not increasing, so the financial sector will practice higher cautious in extending loan, and that is what is leading to a decline in financial liabilities of household, and it is reflective of a slowdown in the economy. So if net financial assets are increasing, that doesn't mean that economy is showing a positive sign. It means it is reflecting a slowdown because liabilities has been decreased due to income level. Now question number 8 is recently the prospects for a second wave of COVID-19 was in news. So statement first, lifting containment measures too slowly may allow cases to start arising anew. Second, the key to keeping infections low is to scale up testing and contact tracing. So the correct option here is B. That means statement first is incorrect because lifting containment measures too quickly may allow cases to rise anew, not too slowly. And also it is not a scientific term with well-defined parameter, rather is used to refer to a subsequent serious increase in cases that occurs after the original surge has been quashed in a given area. And pandemic are uncommon, but influenza is one of the more frequent causes. So there is always a chances that a few months later it comes back and spread around the world or large part of it again. So this is called the second wave of COVID-19 if it happens again. Now question number 9 is recently the term economic nationalism was in news. So what does this term stands for? So the correct option here is A, meaning it is an ideology that favors state intervention over market mechanism. So India turned away from trade after independence when many other Asian cousins were doing the exact opposite because of national economic nationalism, which in turn was a reaction to the colonial regime, its fair trade policy. But concern is that the absence of any concrete policy step that how the government intend to achieve this goal, that means Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan or Self-Reliant India Mission, has given rise to several apprehensions. So some experts are of a view that this economic nationalism might prove counterproductive for India. So that's why it was in news. Now question number 10 is Bachao area was recently in news. So where is it located? So the correct option is C, that is Gujarat. And it was in news because two minor earthquakes struck Gujarat's Bachao region recently. So that's all in our today's MCQs. Hope you guys are liking the lecture. And if you want to contact us, these are the details. And please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon to get the latest update of the videos. Also, if you want information regarding UPPSC examination and its test series, you can also contact us. And please like, comment and share the video. So stay safe, stay healthy, have a nice day. And